So May 19th, Marilyn Monroe sang the song to Mr. JFK Happy Birthday. May 19th, which was 10 days before his birthday. So JFK, May 29th to 11/22, we're doing an 11/22 birthday decode. Same birthday as Scarlett Johansson, who reminds me of Jennifer Lawrence, who played in Hunger Games, as well as X-Men. So basically, when you think about X-Men, think about the X gene, think about the special genes some people have based on genetic coding. Nicole Brown Simpson's May 19th, same day she sang that birthday. Also, May 19th connects to other dates that we discussed earlier. So you have Anna Nicole Smith, reminds me of Nicole Brown Simpson. Daniel Wayne Smith, her son passes away. 9/10, September 10th, which is Mary Laveau's Portal. Sophie Turner, 2/21, Marilyn Monroe, X-Men Apocalypse. So 8/4, which is when Marilyn passes away, which is Barack Obama, a president's birthday, Meghan Markle, a king's wife's birthday. So when you see 8/4, think 8/4, 8/14, 4/18. 4/18 is Lorraine Warren, who helped with the Annabelle doll, the Raggedy Ann doll, the scary movies. 4/18, because 8/14 backwards, anagrams of your birthday are also portals. So this is what is connecting the redhead Raggedy Ann doll, the Pyramid of Ramses. So 8/14, I think about Halle Berry's birthday. Halle Bailey played in The Little Mermaid as a Black Little Mermaid. Halle Berry played Catwoman, which reminds me of when she was in Catwoman, like Cat's Eye. Also, 8/14 is the day that they did the Haitian ritual with the pig, Peppa Pig, the World Wide Web, what I talked about earlier. So 8/14, Halle Berry and the pig ritual always come together. So look up Bois Camin ritual, a Bois Camin ritual in Haiti, and it'll show you the ritual in Haiti that happened on 8/21, around that time, where they took a pig out in order to win the Haitian Revolution to free the slaves. So then I got to like Tom Franco looking like the dude that took out Abe Lincoln. So JFK, Abe Lincoln, James Franco looks like J.D. Tippit, one of the police officers we talked about earlier that passed away the same day that JFK did, right? So when you talk about April 14th being Tom Franco, which is James Franco's brother's birthday, you think about Abe Lincoln, he passed away 8/15, but he was actually pumed on April 14th. So then you think these two people look alike, and you think that his family was John Wilkes Booth's birthday or portal is the same portal as Melania Trump. So just think about when everybody's dreaming or when everybody's time traveling, who they're seeing. So Melania Trump could see John Wilkes Booth. Tom Franco could see Abraham Lincoln getting and he looked like them. They're actors. In real life, they're actors that were taking out people. So actors are easily able to like harness energies of other people because they're characters and they have that gift. So that's their X-Men gift, is to act. Some people are singers, some people are psychic, some people are, just different things, athletic. So when I look at like this, say April 14th, then April 14th, John Wilkes Booth took out the dude, who then Abraham Lincoln passed away April 15th, which is the Titanic sank April 15th. Think about the Federal Reserve and all the money, and if they gave back, if Abe Lincoln was like, yeah, we're going to free the slaves, and then we're going to give them some money and some land. There was one thing to be free, and there's one thing to actually have some money and something to grow. Because imagine someone took you, and then like, oh, you're free. In a state, say in Texas, everybody had slaves. You get to be free, but you're not really free because you have no money. Before the slaves, when you were a slave, they paid for your housing, they paid for your food, they paid for your clothing, you got married, you had kids, all that good stuff. But then you're free. Who's going to pay for your wedding? Who's going to pay for your clothing? Who's going to pay for your housing? So in 2025, currently, we're all working 80 million hours, and that does not guarantee housing or food or clothing. So you can work 40 hours, make too much for food stamps, can't get a voucher to pay for your house. So now you're working 40 to 80 hours, you're raising kids, you can't get married, you can't afford a wedding, and you can't afford anything. So are you really free? At that point, they know how to make everybody in every ethnic color slaves. So if Abe Lincoln was like, hey, we need to let them free, but we need to give them some money because how else are they going to survive? Right. So 150 years later, there's redlining, there's Jim Crow laws, there's racism, there's civil rights laws. All this still, everybody, including non-melanated people, are working 40 hours a week without clothing, house, and shelter guaranteed. It's just you have to keep working, and you can't even afford the bare minimum. So just to say all that is that if any of these presidents said we got to give back some money to the ex-slaves, they probably would be taken out. And if any president went to the astral realm and decided to do deals with melanated people, they probably would get taken out, because the world's run by money. Anybody who wants the money to be run by other ethnicities is going to have a problem, because people don't want to give back land and power and money. Anywho, so actors can time travel in different people's bodies. Anybody really can. When you go to sleep, you could be in someone else's body based on their birthday or when they passed away. So knowing these connections, born on 11/22, if you see them, you might not get it now because it gets complicated, but just know we're in a spiritual warfare, which actually goes into financial warfare, which actually goes into like a lot of things we're dealing with in 2025 is like the timelines emerging. So when you see May 19th, just think like the connections to May 19th. Think about Nicole Brown Simpson, 612, Jay Franco, 612, James Franco, Dave Franco, that whole team of acting people, and then the whole team of acting people, brothers, that one of them took out Abe Lincoln. Think about May 19th, the happy birthday song to Mr. President JFK. Think about Area 51 and JFK supposedly taking Marilyn Monroe to Area 51. Think about if their DNA is linked to the actual aliens, right? The actual people who are communicating. So if you think about Marilyn Monroe, she was cool with the melanated people. She would, support them. She also supported the X-Men, the women genes. She wanted to create production so that way she could have her own production things and she could help other people. So now you want to help women and you like melanated people. So Marilyn Monroe hanging out with the president, giving ideas, maybe not the best idea they wanted. So when you see these birthdays and these dates, just think about the connections, what they look like, and the actors and them being able to switch spots with people and playing it out in a dream or playing it out in a movie. So like when you think about Donald Trump, J.D. Vance, J.D. Tippett, Malcolm X, May 19th, Queen Charlotte Sophia, Nicole Brown Simpson, a lot of these things are manipulated in the spiritual realm before they're brought out in real life for us to see them. So just keep in mind, if you see Saran, who took out RFK, or you see Jack Ruby, the Ruby Slippers, the Wizard of Oz, taking out John F. Kennedy, in the spirit realm, a lot of things are seen before done. So a lot of people with special gifts, like presidents, are known to like go to psychics, go to astrologers to see what's going on. People that run the world understand that numbers are birthdays are numbers, gematria. That there's things that happen, but you can ride on energy. If you watch like the Avengers or Captain America, all these movies, they're always time traveling and trying to switch up timelines as different people from different planets. In real life, the same thing. There's a lot of us here that are from different planets that we're just learning how to get along now, and we're in different bodies, but we have spliced each other because we have kids and we mix up the different DNAs, which mix up, like, you get to see multiple realities based on different planets and different people. So you can press pause and read all that. Just know that her saying had birthday on a specific day connected to like Jacqueline Kennedy's birthday. They had Marilyn Monroe sing happy birthday to JFK. That was super messy, right? May 19th, Jacqueline Kennedy birthday, right? May 19th, this girl saying happy birthday to her husband, right? Okay, and then May 29th, 10 days later, in 1963, he passes away on May 29th, 1963. Okay? What also happened 100 years earlier, 1863, they had the Emancipation Proclamation. So you have JFK, 1863, saying everybody's free, but with no money, so and no land. So 40 acres and a mule. They got free, but were they ever free? They just became free to work for lower wages up north. They got free to not work for free, but to work for almost free up north. So you say the northern people freed the slaves, so they got better, lower waging job people. Like imagine you're a slave and you know everything. You are a trade slave. You know everything. Now people up north are like, we ain't got enough money to buy a slave, but we have enough money to pay a slave low wages. And that's what's going on. So if anybody has the idea, give reparations, all that, they don't actually want you to be free. They want you to be working for them for low wages. That's why certain people get taken out, because they actually like, let's just pay everybody. Let's just pay everybody what they need. Let's just give everybody what we need to get them. Let's just survive and not be in survival mode, but to be in stability mode. That's do a lot to the Federal Reserve and who owns the banks around the world. So you have the X-Men gene, 1122. You could travel in spiritual realm and you could understand all the things I'm talking about. This is a quick 10-minute thing and you're not going to understand everything, but press pause, read, do your research. It will help you understand more. Part 8 next.